What is up, guys? Jake here with the next Vainglory video, and we are back with another guild scrimmage. And as always, I've got Whistle this with me. What's going on, buddy?
Hello, OneHive.
All right, man. We've got a good matchup here. We got Braden, Atoma, and Ivan versus Audible Waddle, Stolly, and Adam Slicer. So, who you give the early, mid, late game advantage? Just the advantage in general on these team comps.
I think Braden, Ivan, and Atoma are gonna snowball them. You got Petal and Scarf and Finn, all late game characters,
Mhm.
and double CP. It looks like on the side of blue team, and
Could be, yeah.
I just don't know. I think you're gonna see Jewel have a big game.
Well, if they're smart, what they'll do is literally just turtle up from the get go. Avoid fights, try to protect objectives. If they lose some farm, they lose some farm, and try to make that late game, that 15, 18-minute mark.
Yeah, for sure. If Stolly can sit around in this lane, not get bullied out of it, farm up, Vox is Vox. He can 3v1 late game, no problem.
Hmm.
Uh, it's to the point where it's like, I'm sure they need to balance him again. Pretty ridiculous what Vox can do late game.
Yeah,
I say
yeah,
late game, it's
definitely.
more like extreme late game. It's not so much late game, it's like real late game.
Hmm.
I have seen a few Voxes though do a 4 crystal bit build right at first to kind of offset that struggle early game, and it seems to work out pretty good. But I'm not sure if that's a thing or not. I'm not an avid player of Vox.
Just try to stack that early damage, even though what Stolly's done is the exact opposite here. He went with a shield right out the gates, try to defend against that early power that Braden has on that scarf with that poke. So he's just trying to survive, and I'm not sure it's not a bad play against this comp.
No, it's a smart decision there, and he's doing a good job. He's bouncing around in that lane, and Braden hadn't been able to really get to him. And the exchange they did have, it kind of went both ways. They both ended up with about a quarter of health and backed off.
Yep, yep. Doing a nice job, I agree. And then down in the jungle, you see that Atome was just really hanging out there, maybe trying to get that gank too hard because he's just hanging out there almost indefinitely, and they're putting no early game pressure on this Finn pedal comp, and I think they could, don't you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, well, it looks like he's going to weapon power pedal too. So that's all it takes. You knock out a couple minions, and pedal ain't got much with her.
Yeah, and then Finn, of course, he does have that smash early game, but still, it's not even that hard to avoid. Even now, you see that Petal already taking a ton of damage. Ivan putting a lot of pressure on with that jewel, and Braden even rotating down. They trying to get this to at least 2 for nothing here because Vox is up in the lane. He's locked in like a sea tick. He's not going anywhere. He's trying to get that farm up, which I don't blame him. Right there, Petal does go down. Now it's just about trying to get Finn and Braden just continue to put that poke on him. Probably going to get him finished off here.
Yeah, he looks like he got away pretty good. Looks at Stolly's over there sneaking on those backs there, doing what this is what good Voxes do. They kind of stick up in the lane a little longer than normal. They don't rotate as much,
Hmm.
and end up taking a little of your farm, which is fine as long as you're a good Vox because they're going to take over that game.
Yep, yep. But no, I think they're playing it smart right now. They haven't lost a lot, to be honest. So the longer they can do that, the better off they are. Not even close to losing an objective as far as a turret or anything like that. And really, Atoma and Abadawa in the jungle have not lost much farm to speak of.
Yeah, I think they might have lost their backs there on that one exchange of him Petal getting away, which Petal almost got away.
Mhm.
But she's going to get a little love this next patch. It's going to be kind of curious to see what back into the meta. I knew there for a while they said she had the most wins OA and above. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, right now, looking at the CS, Stolly's at 31. Braden is just now at 26, and he's about to get a big group. Stolly is, so he's going to actually have a small lead on that. So he is doing a good job. He's just got to continue to do this as they have these power spikes. The red team, they've got to continue to avoid. Right here, you see he's taking a little damage, but he's never getting too aggressive, never getting out there opening himself up to that gank. So that's very smart.
it's a lot of good plays here from Stolly. A lot of turtle down, backing up by the turret. And, they're pushing pretty hard, and he's going to get a little low, but that it's all about that CS for him. And as soon as he gets
Hmm.
there, see what he can
Yeah,
do with it.
And Atoma and Abdullah rotated up nicely, going to help him try to protect this turret, but really Stalin needs to get back now. He needs to go back to the house while they're up here and they can defend, get his health back up, get his power back up, and come back and fight. Because even if they lose the turret first, I mean, they don't want to lose it at this point, but even if they lose the turret first, that doesn't mean that they're out of this game. I mean, chances are they will lose their first turret before the red team does.
Oh wow, there's a big red button
Nice
from
big red
Ivan coming
button.
down.
Nice big red button there, and that's a weapon power. That's a weapon power jewel, but still the big red button took him out pretty easy there. Nice smash there by Abadwa onto Braden.
You know, that big red button does some damage. It may not do the damage you see from crystal power, but it does enough, and it usually steers people in a direction, no matter what. It's like as soon as you see that thing, it's like
Mm-hmm.
little
Ooh,
late
look at
game.
that! Stolly putting some huge burst onto Braden right there. Really nicely done. Braden has to go back to the house there. Actually, he's going to turn around and come back and fight it out. But very, very good poke from Stolly. Really backing Braden up there. He went back to the store, got bought up. He's already got that alternating current, which at 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes, pretty powerful right now.
Yeah, he's got 11 more CS than Braden does, which is pretty good for a Vox against the Scarf. And Braden's Spitfires aren't landing on him. He's missed quite a few Spitfires there, so as you knows what he's doing on that Vox.
Yeah, definitely. Nice job there. Right now, honestly, I'm not so sure I wouldn't put them in a team fight at a disadvantage. The red team that is. You've got the first tier 3 item coming out of Stolly, and then with Finn's early game power. I mean, he's got that smash. If he lands it, they could really possibly do some damage here. Jewel's the only one that they really have to fear right now. I don't think that Braden on he has not even shopped up enough really. All he's got is that one crystal item. He's just been farming and focusing on that and not really. When he goes to the shop, he's got almost 2K gold. He's going to have a power spike. But if they were to get into a full blown 3-on-3 right now, I'm not sure I wouldn't give a slight edge to the blue team.
Definitely. You know that play right there. AB was a little bit out of position with Finn. He was roaming around that gold mine because he's slow. He doesn't even have boots, so he's not moving anywhere.
Yep.
And he was a little late to that fight. He might have been able to turn it that objective with that gold mine, but last they're going to go at it in the jungle here.
Yeah, and Ivan is half health, so this could easily. Ooh, big red button right in Thomas' face. But again, there you see the damage that we're talking about. Not that scary, really. I mean, it hit him, but what did that do? 10% maybe. So it hit him
Yeah,
pretty much
no,
right in the face.
it's not a lot of damage, but what it did do is take out his Petal's munions, and
True.
once you take those out, kind of forces her to back up a little bit because she can't really do a whole lot without those things out there.
No, yeah, she's pretty worthless. The flower that she is without those munions involved. Look at the damage coming out of Stolly onto Brady. He's got him down right here. That's a kill. Holy cow. He is really bursting out early on this. He's got another crystal bit. He's got that alternating, or excuse me, that the alternating current. He's got a little bit of defense. He's right now in this point in the game the strongest player on the map.
Right? But,
I mean, at 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, that's crazy for a Vox to be in that situation.
yeah, he's on the he's about 80 farm right now. Gauntlet coming down from Arden in the middle of that. Not sure that was a good gauntlet to be honest.
No, that was sort of wasted. Right, wow, Ivan coming back. He's lucky he didn't get paid for that right there, trying to jump back into that fight.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Adam Slicer's trying to do here. Looks like he might trying to bait a little bit, but if, with Braden coming back into the fray there, it's not something you want to get into in
Yeah,
half
they held
energy.
out. They held out just long enough. Braden's back in the fight. They were low on health or low on energy. Really did not want to engage that point. Braden would. He just bought up. He got that shattered glass. So now all of a sudden, tables have turned a little bit. You don't want to get in a fight 3-on-3 at this point because Braden's going to be doing a tremendous amount of damage.
Those scarfs are mean, man. They'll put a hurting on you pretty quick. And with a shattered
Indeed, but
glass,
indeed, that's what's great about this game too. Is those power spikes, those swings like that. 30 seconds ago, I don't think the red team really wanted to have a 3-on-3, and right now, I don't think the blue team would want to have a 3-on-3. So it's really an interesting concept.
yeah, and that's something to say too. Pedal doesn't have a inline item yet either, with trying to build towards that alternate current, but didn't have didn't quite have it. I think I saw a lucky strike on her, so she might have sold. Went back to CP.
Well, right there, she just picked up the alternating current, and Finn just picked up a fountain. So now we'll see what happens as they rotate back up into the lane here. You see Braden's at he's a little bit low on health, and so is Stolly. So pretty even right here. Ooh, nice thunder strike there onto Slicer. He has to get out immediately.
Yeah, he's dropping it pretty hard there, Ivan.
Yeah, he's got tier one armor, so he's got a little bit of defense against it, but just not enough. Pedal's notoriously squishy as it is, so when that lands, it's time for him to back up.
Yeah, he's got that blazing salvo too, which helps with that reset on that thunder strike from Jules. So he's going to get it about every 3 seconds.
Well, we're back down in the jungle here. Ivan and Natoma's chopping up. Could see and not seeing that even an attempt on the gold mine yet. We're almost at 10 minutes, so just everyone playing it safe right here. Maybe just triggering some vision on it, trying to set up a play later on, but just taking a few shots and backing off. I think it may be trying to bait him out or something. But Braden all alone up in the lane, be able to do his thing. Now he's rotating down. Could possibly see some action here. Nope. I think everyone's just going to go back to farming and doing their own thing.
Like half life off that gold mine from that one scout mine,
Yeah.
or a quarter of
Oh,
life.
here they
Looks like
come.
they're
Braden.
pushing here.
Yeah,
Stolly's
they
up
are
in the lane.
engaging.
See,
Ooh, that was a
this
nice.
is a smart play from Stall. He's pushing that lane too, so like they're not going to be able. To, oh wow, the
Look
damage
at the
is coming from
damage
being.
coming out of him. Insane. Look at that big red button right in Stolly's face. He has to back out. So much damage. Right there, Stolly came into that fight and completely turned it on its head. Took down the entire team to about half health in just a few moments.
Yeah, that fountain came out pretty quick by a tomer, and it got him back up. But that's kind of Finn got his fountain. It's kind of the thing about Vox. If you don't have a double fountain against Vox, you're probably not gonna do well.
Yeah. Well, and you got to have coordination to be able to time that. Otherwise, you're just wasting it. So it takes a lot. And right now, again, I'm just shocked at how quickly Vox got relevant in this match. When, as you were saying at the start of the video, uh, early game advantage definitely to the red team, but Stolly turned that on its head almost immediately. And I would say by the 5 6 minute point, he was the most powerful hero on the map, and I think has kept that. You see, he's already got his broken myth. I mean, he is doing insane damage already.
Yeah, he's at 120 CS. He's a little bit over 10 a minute there. He's working into that Aegis with the tier one boots, and now he's got two inline
Ooh.
items. I mean, it's all over but the crying right now. I mean, as soon as that Eve comes out, you're gonna really start seeing the game change from
Yeah,
Vox.
he's going to be hard to take down. Right there, Abadawal just missed with that hook. If he'd have grabbed Braden, there could have been the end of it right there for Braden real quick. Because Braden, not a lot of defense. He's got a little bit of shield. He does have the reflex block, so he maybe could have lived through it. But in general, the red team just defending against this Fox, and I think that's smart. Wide open to any type of damage coming from this pedal. So actually, they were double crystal power. I was thinking he went weapon power, as you said earlier. No, they're double crystal. That's why they're going all shield. So that's one disadvantage the blue team has, especially late game. If they build three Aegises, could be hard to take them down.
But I've seen a lot of them do double CP. Saw a lot of double CP there in the VGO, and if you're confident enough, it can work. The thing about the broken myth and the shattered, the piercing shard is you get a little bit more out of it than you do a bone saw from weapon
Hmm.
power. So get two
Now
of
we're
them.
now we're seeing that play on the gold mine. Sorry to interrupt you there. If they're going for the gold mine, I think there's no chance of them not getting in here. We'll see. Trying to that. Like, oh my
Wow.
goodness, Arden stole it with a beautiful last shot. He gets pulled back from his hook there, but and might die for it, but still very much worth it. Beautiful steal by Arden.
Yeah, Ivan was back there on the big red button, putting a little damage down and ended up getting snaked out. Now he got box down at the shop. It's not looking good. Can he turn it here? Let's see what he can do. Here comes the silence, the resonance, half. Ooh.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah.
Braden does go down right there. So it's just Ivan and Abadawal. I think Abadawal needs to try to get out of here. I don't think he's going to make it in time though. Slicer needs to come help him out. What is he doing up there? There he goes. Now he could turn it right there. The ultimate coming in. Ivan has to force to get out. So big fight right there. Red team might have to give him the advantage, even though they lost 2-1. They did get the gold mine and got the payout. So that sort of went their way.
Yeah, I mean, and he said that box that Stolly's just one item away from turning that match, and also
Hmm.
Vettel not being in there because of that gauntlet kind of hurt him a little bit. And then Finn caught him with that quibble, but Vox did so much damage there. He really took two of them out, even though he didn't get both the kills.
Yeah.
And for being 14 minutes in, it's a testament to what he's doing with CS. He's at 144 now, 145, and it just keeps climbing.
Oh, right there, Brendan gets grabbed by the quibble. He's probably going to get deleted right here. We'll see. Actually, he's going to be able to get out of there. I think Stolly was just a little bit too far back. If he was able to put a resonance on him and smoke him down a little bit, I think that would have been a kill, but just a little bit out of position. And the poke from Braden is real at this point. You see that right there, get hit Stolly again. He's chunking him down every time he hits him with that.
It looks like it's hitting for about 359, 389, somewhere around there. So, oh
Nice
wow.
big red button. A slicer took a ton of damage from that right there. They're going to push this turret right here. They're going for it. Only one left to defend is Abudawa, and I don't think he's going to be able to defend this. He's going to have to get out there. He's going to die too. That turret is doomed.
Well, yeah, that was a pretty good push right there from the red team. They just kept at it. When Stolly having to go back to the house, they didn't have they. That's the piece they needed to get it. With
I was
him
just
not
about
being
to
in
say,
play.
yep, well, that right there, that turret went down because of the poke from Braden. He had Stolly about half health before the teams even met up in that junk in that bush there, and then it was just too late. Any little damage from him, he had to retreat, and the red team was had him on a 3-on-2 and able to push that turret.
Which a lot of boxes I play with don't mind losing a turret or even two because then they don't have to worry about that push coming up from the middle of the lane in the bushes.
Mhm.
They can kind of farm with little ease. But again, Stolly at 160 CS in 15 minutes versus Braden's 121, and you see now he's full offensive build right now. He's got his alternating current, his broken myth, and his Eve. This is where you're going to see him shine. And if they're not careful, if they don't get that stun from Ivan on his rocket leap onto Vox, they're going to have some issues, and they're going to have issues real quick.
Right there's the gauntlet coming down, and Atoma taking a lot of damage. Oh, look at there. He goes down, and Petal just gets, Slicer just gets deleted. Uh, Great gauntlet right there. They caught him in the jungle shopping, went ahead and dropped it down. Knew they probably would have the advantage in that fight, which they did. Ivan puts a lot of damage onto Petal, and he just melts.
It looks like they're going to take over the Kraken right there. Braden went up the lane, do a little poking on Stolly, who's going to make me have to kind of back off there while they get the Kraken, unless Finn can steal it here.
Abinawal coming in, and so is Vox. Right there, the big red button, trying to take it down. Who's going to
Oh
get it? Oh,
no!
red team does secure it very, very close there, and probably going to turn this into a couple of kills here. We'll see what happens with the ultimate from Scarf coming in there. Yep, just absolutely melted through those guys.
He did a lot of damage on there. He just didn't quite have enough with enough defense to live through it. It looks like he was going to turn that and take them all out. But what he did do was cost them their buff from the Kraken win, and then they didn't get the ace because Petal got up. So they might have lucked out here with these short spawn timers. They might only lose two turrets out of this Kraken.
Yeah, right at 17 minutes. The first turret is absolutely going to melt. But in 1 second, Stolly's up. He's going to be able to help defend the second one. Probably this next turret's doomed, but I don't think there's any chance of them getting deep into their base.
Now, and Stolly's also double infused too. So as you watch, he just took a quarter of Arden's health, half of Arden's health on two
Wow,
A
yeah.
abilities and a resonance. So you know
Ooh, look at
the
that. Look at that.
damages are real.
Wow.
Got a
Yeah,
Half Life Kraken gonna go down. They're gonna get 500 gold. They're gonna get a little push here. Gonna send something their way here. Whether it can be a crucible for Finn or another weapon power there for Petal, but or to boost that attack speed for a breaking point, or maybe a little bit more defense, depending on what she wants to do. There comes a crucible from Finn. Ollie,
monocle from Ivan there on Jewel. This is going to be interesting. I think this next team fight's probably going to determine the match because we're at 18 minutes. The timers are getting a little bit longer here, and as you said, you've got a double infused full build Vox at this point. If they fight together, I don't know if you've noticed, not one time has the blue team had a three-man fight. Really, they've always had to fall back, get out. They've never really engaged and fought on their terms. If they had that fight here, they could win it. But you see, Stolly's up in the lane. The other two getting caught, sort of by themselves, having to retreat.
yeah, they should be. If I was Stolly, I'd be looking for a fight right now because then you got the infusions over him. Got him kiting right now. He's doing all the damage. Oh wow, great pull from AB there to pull him out of that red button, a big red button. And I don't know why they're not pushing this. They should definitely be pushing this to stick. He had him all there. He had him on the quiver. He's got him on the stun. He had him on the forced accord, and now he's going to get the rocket leap from him. And it just seems like a few bad plays there from
Nice
Stolly.
ultimate there from a slicer, but still, yeah, I agree. I
Oh
think it's just too little,
wow!
too late. Look at the
And
damage.
there
Oh
it
my
is.
goodness!
There
Holy
it
cow!
is.
I was just saying too little, too late, and Stolly decides to 1v3 him. Unbelievable. I actually think that Slicer coming in with that ultimate there might have saved that though. They were looking pretty weak. He comes in, they get the benefit of the heal, a little bit of damage, and it just gave Stolly what he needed to get that ace. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he dropped his silence and he had resonance on him, and that's when you see him drop. And it's ridiculous. I've heard Colton Meek, say that he's the most broken character in the game. It takes three tier 3 or inline CP items, and Vox can do that kind of damage that quick. It's something to be looked at. It's really insane what he can do.
Yeah, that was impressive. I thought that fight was over for, going in the red team's favor, but as you say, when you've got a hero with that power, it's kind of like having a black feather late game. If you let him get full build, it's what do you do with him? He can move around so much, he can do that kind of damage. It's really scary.
Yeah, that's the thing about him is
Oh, look
even
at
if
that gauntlet. They're chasing him down, and he did not drop that reflex block. Wow, he does get out there finally, though. They're chasing him hard here. They're trying to go for this kill. Big red button comes in. It pretty much misses. Look at this. Damn, he's going to turn around on Ivan and try to beat him right here. He's going to do it. He's going to get the kill on Ivan right here. One more shot's going to do it. Boom, he's down. Now on to Arden. Look at the damage. This is so insane. Braden's out of position. It's a 3-on-1 versus Atoma right now on Arden. He's going to go down. And now what can Braden do? Can he get Sully down? Or excuse me, Stolly down? Nope, he's going to have to retreat. And I think he's going to get away, but he might not here. He's got a long way to go before he is safe. And they are chasing him down very quickly. He does drop the goop there. Oh my goodness, he's going to go down. That's going to be another race. That's going to be a match.
big game right there. I don't know if they can take a Kraken or push the turret, but it should be game. He walked down the shop. He pulled out of that, walked down the shop, and got infused, and then boots back up there to take Braden out. I mean,
Unbelievable.
ridiculous, just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought they were going to chase him down there, and maybe they just got a little too over aggressive. They saw him there. They thought, okay, if we can take him out, we'll be in good position, which is pretty much true. If they had Sully down for another 38-second or so timer there, they would have been in good position. But just overextended, got separated, and as you've said, you can't be separated against a full built Vox that knows what he's doing. He's going to take you out.
No, and he's sitting on 1,800 gold right now, or 1,800 gold. I guarantee you, the first thing come out of chat is rematch from Braden. He's not going to be happy about this.
Well, they banned out his sky too, so he's stuck onto a scarf, which he doesn't play as much. Not saying he's not a good scarf, but obviously his main is that sky, and he would like to have had that. Everybody just infusing up here, getting ready for this final push with that Kraken and with this situation that they're in right now with Stolly. Is this match, or they have a chance to defend here?
Oh, it's game over. Stolly just picked up a metal jacket. He picked up an Aegis, double infused, got his 3 inlines. He's been showing that he can wreck them as it is, and I think it's just going to happen some more. And here it comes. There's a big red button, but it's going to delay him. It's going to lose a lot of damage. Watch for the ultimate here. Oh, he missed the ultimate, though. That might cause him some hurt, even though he's doing a lot of damage on Braden.
Look at this damage coming out of him.
And that's the
Unbelievable. Braden
quibble
is
from
gone.
AB.
Ivan's gone.
Uh,
Atoma's gone. That's an ace. The Kraken's down there by himself. Unbelievable.
he's 9-2, and the last 6 kills have been his. So that
Wow.
just tells you, I mean, you come in the late game, there's nothing you can do against him.
Well,
And
and I don't remember the picks on this, and you tell me if I'm wrong here. But I'm pretty sure Vox was picked absolutely first in this game. Should the red team have picked even a more aggressive composition, maybe a Kashka, something that could get in there, maybe a Kestrel, something really strong early game, because they just sort of let Vox do his thing for too long, and by the time it got to that point, as you see here, what can you do? It's just all over.
I think they tried to with that Jewel. Jewel's a somewhat good counter against Vox because of that Thunder Strike and that Rocket Leap. To stun him. Been doing a lot of
Mhm.
crit damage. The difference though is he's got 195 CS, and
Yeah,
he had 160 CS at 15 minutes. So 8 minutes later, he only has 35 more CS. He was built up so quick, it didn't matter what they had. And as Koshka can fall off a little bit, if they would have had a Catherine to lock him down a little bit quicker and a little bit more
hmm
guaranteed with that stun, it might have went a different way. But it was just well played by Stolly.
It was. It was. I just don't think that was the optimal comp. When you don't have first pick, I don't think that was the optimal counter comp for a Vox, and it just got away from them before they knew it, basically.
Oh, definitely. And they kept a little bit of pressure in that jungle, and then they realized his CS is insane, and and they had to go to the
Yeah,
lane, and it was a little bit too late.
yeah,
By the time he got to that 80, 90 mark in that CS, he took over the game, and it was a lot earlier than usual. So you know
exactly. Yeah,
they could have done better with that picking against that comp, and that's part of the play when you're drafting against a team. Uh, you have to know what pairs well with each other. Whether it's like a rhyme and a Finn in that combo,
hmm
or picking a Catherine, to counter that Kestrel, or
right.
or Koshka to counter a Ringo, or a Sky. You've got to pick to that. You can't always just pick, your best
Can't always
player.
go to that comfort pick. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You can't. You got to have a versatile ability to play many heroes, and you can't always go to that comfort pick. Otherwise, as you see, it can get out of hand even before you get to your build. It's just too little, too late. Unfortunately, my game backed out, and I did not get to see the builds. But pretty much people saw them there. We talked about them during the match, so not really much more to discuss.
Yeah, the builds are pretty standard, what you see on everybody there, and, they're back at the chat going GG.
Yep. All right, man. Well, great match. Fun to see some Vox domination there. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, I just give a little looks like look like Braden got out. Braden's not even online. Stolly done whooped him out offline. Sent him to bed.
All right. All right, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake and Whistle doing our best to help you guys suck less.